this is Sue from Step Up, and I'm happy to share with you our 26-27 training catalog. You're going to see lots and lots of offerings from Step Up. And as you look at the screen, I want you to be thinking about what your goals are for the upcoming school year. We would love to be able to partner with you on your CSIP goals and your vision for continuous improvement. This slide shows you some of the gains that we've seen in our current Step Up clients. When we look at our deep implementers for Step Up, we are seeing that this is their improvement trend line. That's 3 times the amount of progress as compared to comparable services or the state's average. So what makes someone a Step Up deep implementer? Well, it is a school that engages with Step Up products and is participating in 3 or more training dates per school year. And so keep that in mind as we go through the slides. If you see slides that you know are going to help you achieve your continuous improvement goals, jot that down. And at the end of the presentation, we hope that you send us an email or click on the link so that we can begin the process of partnering with you. We have 4 pathways to curriculum clarity. And phase 1 starts with organization of your current practices, helping you get everything coordinated so that we can help you meet the rigor of the state standards, that we can help you use our curriculum management tool and your digital products in order to be able to create a scope and sequence that guarantees that you have a viable plan to teach and assess all the state standards. In phase 2, we want to come in and we want to look at those common assessments that you're using, either ones that are teacher created or come with a resource, and help you be able to vet those against what the state says is the assessment level. In phase 3, we're going to come in and look at tier 2 and tier 3 students, those students that are on an IEP or have a reading success plan. What tools do we already have through Step Up that will not only help teachers achieve the clarity they need, but will also help students be able to achieve growth? And in phase 4, we're going to optimize and personalize. We want to be able to use research-based teaching practices to help your teachers provide sustainable, individualized learning based on the state's competencies. And so let's dig into phase 1. Phase 1 starts with that curriculum management tool training, where we're going to support your staff in developing a guaranteed and viable curriculum. Looks a lot like this screenshot. So it's organized into one template where at a glance, teachers can see how much time am I spending in each unit and where am I assessing, and have I actually included every single supporting and priority standard from the state into my plan for the year. Next, we come in and we take a look at not either the hard copy or the digital tools for the Missouri assessment and teaching. So we're looking at not only proficiency scales, but student success criteria and vertical progressions. And so we'll do a half-day training on how do we use all of these tools to bring clarity to teaching. We'd love to be able to come in and partner with your leaders in your buildings to do walkthroughs. We have developed a walkthrough form that lets you look at not only are we implementing the digital tools that they've received from Step Up, but we can also align to the NE and to the comprehensive growth guide from DESE. We can look for trends in the building and we can help you with actionable next steps. If we're looking for deeper implementation where we actually come in and sit down with teaching teams during the school day, where you don't need a substitute and you don't need a professional development day, we can come in during the school day, love to meet with teachers or teaching teams during plan time and walk them through not only data they've collected, but help them calibrate their expectations as a teaching team and help them make sure that they are maximizing the digital tools and hard copies to get maximum gain. The MAP and EOC data can be more actionable, and we can help you make it so. If you will share your data reports with us, your item analysis, we can take it and extrapolate it not only by those standards that are worth the most points, but also by question type, by how close you are to proficiency, to furthest away. And we can help you start identifying what's the root cause of those particular standards that are causing us to be less than proficient. Another offering from phase one would be our vertical alignment protocol. We can do this at any grade span. We can do it K-12, K-5, 6-10, whatever meets your needs. It is a half-day training, and then 3 sessions on plan time would be recommended. But we're going to bring in our vertical progression hard copies. We have it for reading, math, science, and social studies, and we would like content teachers to sit with one another. And based on data, we would choose 2 to 3 standards that follow a really firm continuum of vertical alignment. And we're going to look for gaps, we're going to look for overlaps, and we're going to look for that academic language. Teachers walk away with a really firm understanding of how the standards build over the grade levels and where our current practices might be lacking. Once we get into phase two, we're going to look at high quality assessments. This is a half-day training where we're going to use everything the state has given us, the Missouri instructional testlets, we're going to look at the MOLEAT blocks, and we're going to look at their current assessments that they give, and we're going to help audit. Do we meet the state's proficiency target? We're going to walk teachers through protocols so that they can do it with us, with our assistants, but also when we're not sitting next to them. And then testing as a genre, this has been a popular one-day training that we have offered throughout the state that we can come and bring to your educators. This would be where we talk about the Missouri instructional testlets, yes, but we also start with looking at testing from a student's perspective. So we talk about stamina, we talk about test-taking strategies, we talk about the language of testing, and then yes, we dig into the resources that the state has provided for us, Missouri instructional testlets, also the new MOLEAT blocks, and then we partner that with the data. What does the data tell us, not only in cohort groups, but over time for a district? What are the trends? The vertical alignment that we talked about earlier left out writing because we think writing needs to be separate. We want to look at writing as far as what is a portrait of a proficient writer at each grade level. The state gives us lots of information, but it also leaves holes in the standards. And so there are decisions that have to be made about writing in each district. And so that expectation has to be calibrated, and we like to facilitate that process so that we can really develop student authors in a district. We'd love to help walk teachers through that process, but then also help them use the state's rubrics in order to score writing and calibrate their expectations. We know that we have a lot of new teachers and alternatively certified teachers, and we want to support you with those staff members that might need our help. So we provide a half-day training where we come in and we provide not only lesson planning and unit planning and an understanding of assessment and backwards design, but we also are able to give them a 4-core book or a content-specific book, depending upon what grade level they teach. If you have preschool in your district, you're definitely going to want to have our Missouri Early Learning Toolbook that has proficiency scales for every single early learning standard from Missouri. We also have a curriculum management tool, a digital platform that allows your preschool teachers to be able to create a scope and sequence and to easily plan thematic units. We do want to come in and support your special education teachers and your title teachers and those reading teachers that are creating RSPs. We know that it's an awful lot of paperwork, and we want to help be able to anchor all of that back to the standards. And since you already have the digital tools, it really is seamless to be able to say, let's go ahead and help our IEP students and our students on RSPs. And so we would love to be able to share more information about our RSP builder with you and also our insight tool for special education. If you're exploring standards-based grading, we can help you through that process. If you're already in the middle of standards-based grading, we can help bring more clarity and confidence to your teachers. It's in 3 phases, so it would be 3 half-day sessions. Retention is absolutely a problem in education, and we know that we need to train to retain, and that oftentimes administrators don't have that time built into their schedule. So we want to provide that support for you. We want to come in and not only model teach, but co-teach and coach and give feedback to support your newest teachers. If you're interested in that sort of support, we would love to be able to do that for you. We would have an initial half-day onboarding, kind of that train to retain session, and then we would come in for 4 in-person planning, co-teaching, and modeling sessions. If you don't have our newest and greatest digital updates, we have the supporting standards now in templates. We would love to be able to provide those for you. And we have our 11th and 12th grade ELA standards. They align to ACT and are appropriate for AP. If you're a district that needs to create a comprehensive literacy plan, we've tried to fast track that for you by creating a plan builder, and you can access that through our Step Up website. We really want you to be part of the Missouri Instructional Leaders Network. It's a PLC for school leaders. You get automatic digital updates every time we make an update to our Step Up products, and you get 25% off products and also in-person trainings. You get access to our micro PD library. You get to collaborate with all the Missouri educators on our network, and you get access to live sessions with DESE experts, and we'll discuss our latest educational trends on the network. On June 9th, we have our second Missouri Curriculum and Instruction Summit. We have invited the best of the best Missouri educators to present. You don't want to miss it. I hope you have it circled on your calendar. You can find out more information on our Step Up website. Our one-day academies have really taken off this year. We have offered everything from pre-K training to standards-based IEP training to Portrait of a Proficient Writer to testing as a genre. You can find out all of our offerings on our Step Up website. It is a great way to spend the day. So what are the next steps? The next steps would be for you to receive a quote from the operations team based on what you would like to partner with us on. You can email us, you can reach out through the links that are provided, or you can go to our Step Up website. We truly appreciate your trust and collaboration. We hope to hear from you soon.